I've come to the conclusion there is no partnership in the ownership of the Mothership. Check out flashlight2013.com. Chronologically, it's got the whole history of what I've been attempting to talk about.
So, you've always had issues with the name Parliament and Funkadelic and...
So one way or another. That's a record companies make it feasible to do. They can offer you a couple of dollars. I told them, give me a couple of dollars. I'll say, I ain't me.
So what advice do you have for young artists, producers, bands to...
Take care of all your paperwork as soon as you do it. As soon as you get a vibe about it. Whoever's there, if somebody say something, get it clear then. Is they part of the writers or they not? Because you could have a problem later on. Because lawyers out here will show them that they got a right to it, to your thoughts. I mean, I'm going through all of that right now, the whole history with the Mothership being placed in the Smithsonian this next year.
Okay, that's the Smithsonian Museum, right?
Museum in Washington, D.C. The African American wing will open up this year. And the Mothership is in a lobby next to the Tuskegee Airmen's plane.
Okay. So what's all the drama then?
At the same time that's going on, we have the NWA movie come out, which have about 9 of our songs in it. Cube and myself doing a video as soon as I leave here. So we're cool. But throughout all these last 30 years, we've never gotten paid for any of the music that we've done for all of those guys. Even though we're still cool with the guys.
So all your tracks have been sampled?
Sampled so in every record you could think of that's got those samples is up for renewal. Our family get the ownership these years from 78 to 35 years after that, which was 2013. Okay, all our music come back to our families. The companies are trying so hard to not let that happen. That I'm in a predicament right now where I'm fighting my own lawyers for the ownership of One Nation and Knee Deep at the same time that those songs are in the movie. And I may go to jail because I won't sign them over to the lawyer. That's when I go back home.
But why'd you have to sign them over to the lawyer? You wrote the song.
I'm not doing it. I wrote the songs and they figure they got me in a tight bind because he sued me for $1,600,000. I paid my $1,300,000 already. And they want to get this cleared up before this movie become bigger than it is, because they know that's enough to clear up the debt, of if there's should be a debt. But right now they're trying to pressure me into signing it over. I think it's next Monday. I'm not signing. They got to lock me up.
But it's hard though, right? Because you spent a lot of money,
Oh, I spent with this $15-20 million on this. But I won't. I mean, that gives me the energy because, like I said, this music is going to the Smithsonian. It's representative of not only our era, but the whole hip hop era. The electronic music now is got a big investment in booties. People dance. It's got to have some funk in it. Okay, so with all that going on, I'm ready to now to put the book out. All that's in the book. And you can get the book online, but they've already banned it. They've already banned it where people can't.
So it's a book that you've written about your story from...
My whole life story. I mean, all of the craziness. It was fun writing all of that.
So why are they banning your book?
Because I told the story, page 280, 279. Huh? 379, thank you. Page 379. Page 379 is a declaration of the lady that did all this stuff to us on behalf of the person and people that she did it for. She turned state's evidence in Switzerland at the Swiss ambassador. She turned state's evidence, and that's in that book. So they don't want people. You can go online and see it, but it's a book is already a bestseller, and all of a sudden it just disappeared, and I can't even find the publishers.
So here's the thing, right? So you've obviously been sampled quite extensively. There is one perspective which is about don't sample, we'll send you to court.
Who said that?
Well, we'll get to that in a second. As in people, as in if you sample, you're taking someone's work.
Yeah, I know who said that.
So you're so you're quite in an interesting position because obviously on one hand you've been sampled quite extensively. You haven't made any money from it because other people own the rights, and it's almost like kept your legacy going, and it's kind of made you relevant. So what's your thoughts on artists sampling other people's music?
I still want them to sample the music. That should be allowed. That should be a way to, just like any publishing issues, medleys or anything else. They have laws for medleys and sampling. It's just that the people that stole our stuff has been suing people on behalf of those things that they sample for astronomical amounts of money. Stupid, knowing that they don't care about the copyrights because sooner or later the court's just going to reverse it somewhere. I just haven't had the money to fight it like that. They've been able to get away with it this far, but now that this movie is out and so many people are aware that I'm still around, that I am relevant, I can say this, and again, because I don't do the drugs, I could not have sat here in front of you. I wouldn't spend this much time, really. But I couldn't have sat here and said it with a clear conviction of what I was talking about. I had to get clean to be able to sit here and laugh and joke about all the stupid shit I did. And at the same time, say I'm fighting just because I was out of commission, don't give them the legal right to steal from me. And so I'm fighting for it like hell, and I'm willing to go to that jail for the song. But as far as sampling being legal, it should be. It should be worked out how much they get, how much they pay for whatever. Or you can just go personally to the person and tell them I want to sample it. The only thing that messed them up when it first started was, at that time, it was hip to be gangster. So I'm a gangster this track. I'm gonna gank this track, taking it. That was, it was a new thing. They had to put some kind of concept to it. But that's all right in theory, but not when you have to pay for it. Not when you get a $1 million record and all your money's taken because of the sample. And that's what this guy was doing, And it wasn't even his songs to do it with. So that's what we're fighting for, and you're gonna hear a lot more this year because of the movie, and because, like I said, next year, Neil Bogart's movie coming out, the same songs is going to go through it again, because they have to do the same thing. They have to get the rights to do them again. So all those rights are reverting back to my family now, and then try not to let that happen.